Funeral services for Shelby Jean Nix Sweatman, age 84, of Cullman, that's 74 I should say, will be at 2 p.m. Wednesday at Spirit Life Church of God with Andrew Ball officiating. Interment will follow at Cullman City Cemetery. Ms. Nix will lie in state at the church from 1 to 2 p.m. Visitation will be today from 6 to 9 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home. Graveside services for twins Clark and Chloe Douglas of Cullman were held on Monday at Fellowship Cemetery with Linda Stone officiating. Moss Service directed the twins went home to God's kindergarten on Friday at St. Vincent's Hospital. Mr. Thomas R. Huslander of Cullman passed away on August 31st at his residence at the age of 87. A memorial service will be announced at a later time by Moss Service Funeral Home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2. Welcome to our program on Tuesday, the 3rd day of September. A beautiful day.
It is.
It was a nice weekend.
It was.
Got to dodge showers a little bit here and there,
Right.
but turned out to be pretty good.
Woke up Monday morning thinking, oh, the poor little people out at Smith Lake Park
Yes,
are
I
going to
thought
be
of that
drenched
too.
and Sweet Tater Festival, but it ended up being a gorgeous day. So I'm sure, hopefully, everybody went and the vendors, participated and stuff. So I hope they had a good turnout. I really do.
Let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. We start with the weather almanac on the 3rd day of September. I think we're still a little bit off on this. Average high 70. We should be in the 80s,
Yeah,
shouldn't
I
we?
think so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the weather map. There we go. We can see the satellite picture, what's going on around the country. And for our part of the country, it probably looks pretty good. There you go. And here's our forecast for today. Mostly sunny today, just a slight chance of rain this afternoon with a high of 92. Partly cloudy tonight, again a slight chance of rain, low around 73. Tomorrow, sunny, 30% chance of rain, a high around 90. And, that's the old forecast, isn't it?
I kept looking at that thinking, I don't think so. I think that was last week.
Okay.
It's Monday for us, okay?
Could we play the opening and
Start over.
all over again?
Start
Oh,
over. That's
goodness.
okay. That's okay.
Well, anyway.
I think it's probably what you said was accurate anyway.
Well, that's true. That's
doesn't
true.
really
The weather
matter.
isn't that much difference.
No.
Okay, let's see. One thing that we wanted to talk about this morning was the passing away, a good friend of ours, Larry Baker, passed away suddenly of a heart attack on Friday. Larry was a long-time broadcaster. I went to the funeral service on Sunday afternoon, and Reverend Steve Wood did a great eulogy talking about Larry as a photographer, which is what Steve knew Larry as.
Right.
Well, we also knew him as a broadcaster.
Right.
And he mentioned the fact that Larry worked in radio and television for 25 years.
Right.
And I guess I would kind of like to embellish on that a little bit. When I moved to Colburn, about 27, 28 years ago, Larry was broadcasting on WXXR. And then a few years after that, matter of fact, it was 20 years ago this month that Today on 2 started.
Okay.
Larry was the original host with Mindy Stansel.
Oh, yes.
20 years ago this month. And Larry co-hosted the show a couple of times, I believe, in the early years, the first 2 or 3 years, something like that. He'd go back to radio on WXXR. Then he went up to WDRM in Decatur for a while, where he was known as Justin Thomas.
Oh.
because he was still doing the morning show on WXXR, Larry Baker, so he had to use a different name. In Decatur. Justin Thomas is the first names of his twins.
Okay.
And then, of course, he worked up there for a number of years and then decided to switch careers and become a photographer.
Right.
And you knew him a lot with his photography work.
Well, I did, but you know, I started out. We all started out in the basement of the Baker,
right.
Music Baker Productions and stuff where they're located now. And so that's how I first met Larry and Charles. They're brothers, of course. And Larry has always just been a happy person, always whistling, always smiling, always saying nice things. And worked with him. He did my daughter's wedding pictures. He was a photographer for the wedding and worked really, really hard and produced a great product. I was very happy with the end result of it. And so he was easy to work with, but just a very friendly, happy kind of guy, always, every time I ever saw him. And when I worked at United Way, he helped me there. He, would take pictures for us for the events and not charge us and just do different things. And he was just a great guy. And my heart goes out to Regina and the boys. I just hate it. He was so young. It was just so unexpected too.
55 years old.
I mean, just so young, and but we will surely miss him. We really will. He was just a great. What's that?
On his birthday.
He died on his birthday. I did not realize that. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, it's just a sad time, but he is in a better place.
No doubt about that.
Definitely.
God decided you've done everything I needed you to do. Now I'm taking you home.
That's right.
So, yes, we do offer our prayers and condolences to Regina and Thomas and Justin and Stephen. Good family, and Larry will be missed.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Do we have a Facebook friend for today?
Oh, that's Ann Wright, and Ann likes Coleman Online, Yard Sale, and Walmart. Okay, good for Ann.
And shopping.
Yeah, apparently she likes shopping, and she likes shopping at Walmart. So very good, and we're glad she's our friend. And just because she's our friend, she is going to win that large barbecue sandwich from Mike's Famous Barbecue. All she has to do is come by here and pick up her certificate, and then she can, of course, go down there in the Berlin area and pick up her sandwich and enjoy. Very good, huh?
Okay, who is our guest today?
Well, Miss Jennifer Smith is here, and she is representing Coleman Regional Medical Center and their $5 jewelry sale. And I have participated in that sale before, let me tell you, and you can get some really nice jewelry for $5.
Wow.
So if you've got gifts to buy or you just want to treat yourself, oh my goodness, the problem is you don't know when to stop. I want this, I want that, and then they have scarves and all kinds of stuff.
Well,
so
there's
she's going to give us
no limit.
There isn't.
You wouldn't have to stop.
There isn't. There is not. And it's a good deal. It's a good deal. So she's going to give us all the details about that.
Okay. George Spear is taking some well-deserved time off.
Well, good for George.
Yep. George and Vicki have a couple of trips they're taking, and he's going to take a couple of weeks off, as a matter of fact. So we'll be back with a look at the news, and we'll probably throw in a comment or two. So stay tuned. That's coming up next.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds. making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
We continue with more of Today on 2. George had a story, well, actually had 2 or 3 stories last week about the Coleman Shopping Center being sold.
Right.
And, of course, this has been owned by the Morgan family. They probably started it years and years ago, sold it to a company from Delaware called Merchants Retail Partners, or MRP is what they are known by. Well, the thing that made it kind of interesting is the fact that for some reason a deal was worked out with the Coleman City Council to share tax revenue, sales tax revenue, that they would get some of the sales tax back and maybe property taxes back over a period of years if they did certain things.
Okay.
And I have never run across anything like this before. Maybe this is typical, but you don't always get a lot of details.
Right.
But anyway, the developer, MRP, also must expand the shopping center to the tune of $10 million.
Wow.
So they paid $10 million. They are also to expand. What they're talking about is the area south of Food World,
Okay.
where there used to be a restaurant and they tore the building down.
Lies restaurant.
Right.
And behind Belk and all that area, sometimes people
they're
go
to
back
develop
there.
that area back there, and it is contingent. In order to get this tax revenue back, they must have a lease with a national retailer signed by the 1st of September 2015.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A national retailer must be part of this area. Now, the thing that made it interesting is, of course, they're not going to, and this is one of the reasons they went into executive session, is that they didn't want it known publicly who they're dealing with, because there's other shopping centers competing to get the same stores.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
So they didn't want to announce who they might be talking with, but they previously, in other shopping centers, have worked with Best Buy,
Okay.
Kohl's,
Okay.
Dick's Sporting Goods,
Okay.
Target,
Okay.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Those are all major
Yes.
retail stores.
Very, yeah.
So if that's the type of business that they're looking to bring in,
Right.
really would be an asset to the Coleman Shopping Center.
Yeah, that would be.
And they will be getting it. And if you wanted to look it up, Friday's Coleman Times gave the details on the tax revenue, and it gets kind of complicated, so I don't want to get into that. But I thought it was interesting, the fact that in order to get the tax money back, they have to expand the shopping center and attract at least one national retailer,
Very good.
which is going to be really good.
Well, more jobs and,
Well,
and
yeah, they said that they could have possibly 600 jobs.
very good. Yeah, that'd be good for Coleman. Very good
Yeah,
for Coleman.
yeah. So anyway, that was good, and I thought it was interesting that it'll be interesting to find out who they have in mind to attract, what they're going to build.
Right.
I think some of the out parcels where the gas station used to be, they would like to put a restaurant in there.
Oh, very good.
So,
very
yeah,
good.
that would be good too.
Wow.
The other story that made national news is not a really fun story to talk about,
No.
and that was the altercation that took place after the football game, Coleman and Walker High School at Jasper on Friday night, as there was one heck of a fight between a Coleman assistant coach and the head coach at Walker.
Okay.
And not only did that make a lot of news locally and around Alabama, because there was video of this, everybody in the country picked up on it.
Yep.
And the Coleman coach came out of it, obviously looked like the loser, had a very bloody face, shirt torn up and so forth. Well, pictures like that, the news media really
yeah.
wants to run with.
Flashes everywhere. Yep.
The Walker coach was immediately suspended for the rest of the season. And I saw one story said that it is unlikely that he will ever coach at Walker again and maybe ever coach anywhere again.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The Coleman administration said they did not plan any reprimands on their coaching staff. And the question I have is, why did the Coleman assistant coach run across the field to the Walker coach.
Right.
Why did he do this?
Yeah.
And that question has not been answered by any of the media.
No.
It takes two people to participate in a fight, and you could tell they were going for each other.
Yeah,
So-
I wonder what happened prior to that caused him to get all upset and run over there.
Yeah. So there, and both schools will meet with the Athletic Association in Montgomery probably today.
Wow.
And don't be surprised if penalties aren't handed down. One writer said he thinks both schools should be prohibited from the playoffs this year,
Wow.
which I thought was a little excessive because
Oh.
the players were not involved. It was two coaches.
Yes, that
So,
seems a
I
shame
don't
that
know.
you would penalize the kids for that.
But there has been a big effort on part of the Athletic Association to stop fighting. Some of the larger schools in the last few years have ended up in brawls.
Okay.
And so in order to put a stop to this, they're getting some severe penalties.
Wow.
So anyway, we'll see what happens there.
So we might be made an example of here in Coleman, right?
Could, very well could be.
Yeah.
We will continue with more of Today on 2 with our Know Your Merchant ads right after this.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Fire, accident, storm, they all happen in Coleman County. And for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with auto owners. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Karen. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
We continue with more of Today on 2. We ought to give away some prizes. What
Let's
do you think?
go for it.
All right, we have the large specialty pizza from Papa John's, and that is our prize for today. And we'll get around to showing you the merchant ads here pretty quick. There we go. Let's look at our merchant ads, starting with Auto Tech, where they do major engine repair, transmission repair, brake repair, Ford and domestic vehicles. Auto Tech in Vinemont.
And Mullins Body Shop. They're located in the Phelan area, and you've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing, and you can count on them today, and that's Mullins Body Shop.
Brown & Company Beverages, a specialty wine and beer store with a large variety of domestic and imported wine and beer on Highway 157.
And Deb's Bookstore has gift certificates available. She also invites browsers to come in and look around. She's got used books at half price every day, and new books are 20% off every day at Deb's Bookstore.
Grand Point Pharmacy, customers have requested and they're now stocking a Remedy Skin Repair Cream to restore skin's natural moisture balance for patients at high risk.
And Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center has day passes available, but you might want to sign up for the monthly deal for the whole family so you can enjoy getting fit and enjoy the pools.
Baldwin Counseling Center, Dr. Howard Rogers can help you with weight loss, individual and family counseling, lifestyle coaching. Call for an appointment, 256-737-3087. There we go with some of our merchant ads. Question for today, where will you find Dr. Comfort? Interesting question, isn't it?
It is.
Where will you find Dr. Comfort? 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. And we have the large pizza from Papa John's as our prize for today. We'll take your phone calls right after we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, this is Adam Shedd with Premier Bank. Today I'm here to talk with you about the importance of establishing a relationship with your local banker. One really good way to do this is to establish a checking and savings account to give you a history with the bank. When the time comes for you to apply for credit, having a solid, well-established relationship with the bank will serve you well.
And we're back and ready to take a phone call. Hello, who's calling?
Ann.
Hi, Ann. From where are you calling?
Coleman.
From Coleman. Okay. Where will you find Dr. Comfort?
Borden.
That's
Family
right.
Pharmacy.
That's right. Borden Family Pharmacy. Stay on the line, Ann. Thanks for calling in. Yes, Borden Family Pharmacy features Dr. Comfort. The, what is it, the best, most comfortable shoes?
Yes.
We'll find out.
Diabetic footwear.
Yeah,
so
let's look at that ad and the rest of our merchant ads right now. Cotton State Barns of Coleman, you can buy or rent to own carports, playsets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. They're on Highway 278, just west of the interstate.
And the Busy Bee Cafe has live music, and that's on during their new dinner hours on Fridays and Saturdays from 2 until 9 p.m. It is the home of the original breaded burger. We're talking about the Busy Bee Cafe.
Earl's Body Shop, voted best towing service. David, Diane, and employees, thank you for the honor. Earl's Body Shop, located on Highway 31 North.
And parents and teachers don't have to drive miles and miles. It's all right here in Coleman at the Teacher Supply. Classroom materials, decorations, teachers' resources, educational supplies, right there across from the Coleman Cemetery on 9th Avenue.
A new fitness facility in downtown Coleman, located right next to Renard's Gallery, called Be Fit. Pay just $50 a month. You pay month to month. There's no long-term contract. Membership includes a certified personal trainer. Be Fit.
And well, actually, probably not anymore. But
now they have a new
Blizzard of the Month. But Dairy Queen does feature the $5 buck lunch, and of course that includes all kinds of good food.
Okay, we did Be Fit. Let's go on to the next one if we can. Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Sandwich plates, ribs, salads, and more. Homemade sides every day. Mad Dog Mike's Barbecue is in the Berlin Quick Stop on Highway 278.
And there are those diabetic shoes known as Dr. Comfort right there in Borden Family Pharmacy. And they're located right there on the corner of Eva Road and Highway 157. Borden Family Pharmacy.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, now offering suits and sport coats made to your measurements. Also, tuxedo rentals are available all the time at Mr. Hicks Menswear.
And Tires for Less is more than just tires. They do feature Bridgestone and Firestone type tires, but you can have your oil change there, minor engine repairs done, shocks, brakes, so forth. Go see Greg and the guys.
There we go with our merchant ads for today. And let's see, do we have a birthday to talk about? I believe we have one for the 3rd of September.
So, Vince Lambert's going to have a birthday. So happy birthday, Vince. And of course, your name will be put into the drawing where you have the possibility of winning that ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And coming up next, we're going to give you all the details on the $5 jewelry sale.
That sounds great.
All right after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Over
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Our guest is Jennifer Smith. Jennifer is the Director of Hospice of Coleman County. Jennifer, good to have you on the program
Good morning.
today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Well, jewelry sale.
Yes.
This is becoming an annual event that a lot of people really look forward to.
Yes, it is. We actually have 3 of these events every year. This will be our fall sale, the September sale, and it is growing in popularity. We actually get phone calls into the office now asking us when the next event will be held. So our fall jewelry sale is going to be held this coming Thursday and Friday at Coleman Regional Medical Center in the Colonel Coleman Room from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And it is a fabulous, fabulous event. Everybody, like you said, looks forward to it because there's such a variety.
And quality pieces of jewelry. Every piece of jewelry is $5. And it's a wonderful time of year this year to go to the jewelry sale for your collegiate items. If you're an Alabama or Auburn fan, they have a wonderful selection of items. But like I was telling somebody about the jewelry event a few days ago, and I told them, I said, I've actually shopped at the event with me, my 14-year-old daughter, my 18-year-old daughter, my mother, and my grandmother. And every one of us could be shopping together, finding items that we liked, because the variety is just so vast.
Right. I like the fact that you can go in there, and then if you've got, like, maybe you've got party favors you need to buy, or, you know, maybe just little stocking stuffers for Christmas or somebody's birthday or something, you can go in there and get really nice looking stuff, nice looking jewelry or scarves or hats. They've got a variety of different things for $5. I mean, where can you go to get that? And it really is decent looking jewelry, and it's nice. It
very
lasts.
high quality, very good. And another thing that I like about the event is you can go on, say, Thursday morning when the event starts, and if you go back Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon, you're going to see different merchandise. They're continually putting out new items. So maybe you were looking for a specific piece of jewelry for an outfit, didn't find it on one day. What I have found is go back. There are multiple choices that get changed out throughout the day. So Friday's event will not look like Thursday's event because the merchandise is just constantly being replenished.
And this is a fundraiser
It
for
is
hospice.
a fundraiser for Hospice of Coleman County. We are the only not-for-profit hospice organization in Coleman County, so this event's very important to us. This event secures the funds for us to take care of patients who do not have insurance. So it allows us to provide them hospice care, which provides nursing, bath assistance. It provides the payment for their medication, the payment for their equipment in their home, all the luxuries of hospice that any patient would have. Even though these patients do not have an ability to pay, they would see no difference in the care that our organization provided. You cannot look at an indigent patient and a paying patient and tell any difference in their care because it looks identical. And it's because of events like these that we have funding that provides us the ability and the means to do this type of care.
And it's, of course, located right there in Coleman Regional Medical Center, but in the Colonel Coleman
In the Colonel Coleman Room, yes.
And the hours again?
From 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. this Thursday and Friday.
Okay. So no excuses. Stop by on the way to
Right.
work or go by during lunch hour. Of course, I'd leave a little extra time because
Yes.
you're going to want to shop. Because, I mean, they fill the whole room.
They
That's why
do.
you use
The
it.
room is full.
Yeah, so there's just, and everything is sort of, organized to where there's this color jewelry and that color jewelry and silver and gold and whatever. So it's just a great event. And I know that the employees at the hospital must love it.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
I bet Kim goes all the time, doesn't
Yes, she does.
Well, thank you, Jennifer,
Thank you for
being
having me.
here. We appreciate it so much. All righty.
We'll continue with more right after this.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
Now it's time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The Omega Hospice Grief Support Group will be meeting on today at 5:30 at Westminster Assisted Living at 1020 Olive Street. It's a 6-week cycle of group meetings for anyone who has dealt with the loss. Trained grief counselors available, and it is free to the public. And the American Legion Post 4 hosts a fundraising dinner on September the 12th at 6 o'clock. It's just a $10 donation. Located right there in the VFW American Legion building. You can give them a call at 256-636-1913 for more information. And if you have a community billboard, you can email us to channel2coleman@gmail.com. You can phone 256-734-7399, or you can fax 256-734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
And our weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Here's our forecast for today. It'll be mostly sunny with a slight chance of rain, a high of 88. Clear tonight, low around 73. Sunny tomorrow with a high near 87. And coming up tomorrow, you have a good friend coming on.
I do. Miss Tammy Lindsay is Executive Director at Westminster Assisted Living. She's the new Executive Director, so wanted to introduce her to everybody and just talk a little bit about Westminster and who she is and that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
that's what we're going to do.
That's our program for today. Thank you for watching Today on 2.
Hope you have a great day.